Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm answering a question from the Reddit Big SEO board. Can a vendor or brand outrank aggregation sites in Google? And the question says, hi, I was at a conference and one of the speakers commented that Google is preferring aggregation sites for queries that have top, best, or list in them, and pushing down vendor sites. Do any SEOs here work for a vendor or brand that competes with aggregators in organic SERPs, search engine results pages? And have you had any luck with outranking or at least maintaining visibility in search results? What kind of strategies did you use? More content, more backlinks, more mentions that you think were effective? Okay, so what this person is talking about is basically listicle type articles where it compares different products or different services. So lists of the top 10, whatever, the top 10 hotels or the 10 best power tools in this category, or a list of the 10 best vendors for a particular thing. So that's basically what they're talking about. And this pretty much goes back to search intent and looking at the pattern that Google has already determined through their data that people want to see when they're searching these types of things. If they're searching for top, best, or a list of things, most of the time it's not going to show a single brand or a single service or a single product site as the very best. It's going to show a list or a list of the top or a list of these sorts of things. And then when people use these words, that's what they're looking for. And I'm going to examine this through the comments here. Remember, that one of the things that you have to do is look at the pattern that Google has already established in page 1 of the search results for a keyword. And you're going to find it really, really hard to go against that sort of thing. So let's look at some of these select comments here. This person says hotels is a great industry to look at. It's dominated by aggregators like online travel agencies, Expedia, TripAdvisor. So they say for best hotels in Charleston, USA Today is at the number 1 rank. Okay, so this is the page. So hotels in Charleston, South Carolina, best hotels in Charleston, South Carolina. So it's 113 matches. Here's all the different ones with the TripAdvisor rating. It's pulling in TripAdvisor ratings. This is a list. Usually when people Google this sort of thing, they're looking for a list. So he says, but for best Marriott hotels in Charleston, Marriott ranks 1, 2, or 3. But in that case, people are putting Marriott. He says Marriott is good at SEO, much better than competing hotel chains. Doesn't mean that they will win this query, because when searchers are looking for best hotels in Charleston, they aren't trying to find one hotel, they're trying to find a list. Okay, so if we check best hotels in Charleston, right? So once we get past the ads, so you notice Expedia and TripAdvisor have ads at the top. So we have this kind of rich snippet where you can book directly from here. Here's a list of all the different ones. So that's basically a map with links directly to these things, right? 10 best, TripAdvisor, Charleston Hotels, World's Best, Travel and Leisure, Town and Country Mag, 11 best Charleston hotels, U.S. News, 25 best, top hotels in Charleston, Reader's Choice Awards, cntraveler.com. And then 15 best in Charleston. Again, Telegraph Co. UK, best hotels in Charleston. 19 best luxury Charleston, South Carolina hotels, 5-star Alliance. And Trip Savvy, the 9 best Charleston, South Carolina hotels. There is no organic result here, which is not a list. Not one. Not a single one. So for that type of query, there is no way that you're going to have one single vendor up in the top. People are not looking for that, right? This person says, oh, I can see how some uneducated speaker may come to this conclusion, but it's not factual. The fact is that aggregation focus on SEO, the aggregation sites focus on SEO, and most 99% of vendor brand sites do not. Google doesn't prefer one over the other. It's a matter of who did better in terms of SEO. This completely ignores search intent. If people are searching for the top or the best, they're searching for a list. That's why there's not one single vendor up here. So no, you are not correct. This person says, you nailed it with keyword intent. This is the answer. There are lots of terms where showing an aggregator will resolve the query much better than showing a bunch of brands. That's exactly it. This person says, in my experience, it's 1 to 3 brands that are the best in a niche that Google will show above the aggregates. But I've noticed since 2015 that Google loves to have at least one aggregate site if there's a top list available, which is very true. If you're trying to compete to outrank the aggregates, I would work on link building to compete with the top brands in your vertical after working on brand building and PR to establish a brand to compete with the other top players. That's good advice. Let's look at a different one here. Let's do best HVAC in Charleston. So we got Google Guaranteed. We got some ads. We got the 3-pack map. So we got Yelp at the top. We got Angie's List at the top. Those are aggregates. HomeAdvisor, 25 best. That's 3 in a row. Now we have a single service business, Carolina Climate Control. Then we have Thumbtack. Here's 10 best. So that's 4 out of the top 5. And then this one, Charleston Heating and Air. That's their now Porch, a list. Custom Climate HVAC. Let's see. This might be an aggregate too. I don't know what this is. This might be a rank and rent. I don't know. Maybe this is its own thing. Nope. This is not a rank and rent. This is its own place. It looks like custom climate heating and air. Okay, so that's a single place. 10 best HVAC contractors, modernize. So out of the top 10, we got organic results. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are aggregates. And then we have 1, 2, 3, which are single brands. So if you could become one of those single brands, then I think you could do really well. But you have to be realistic about looking at what Google is actually ranking and not, have this idea that like, oh, I could just out SEO Yelp or out SEO Expedia, because it's not going to happen. It's really not. People are looking for a selection when they're Googling these sorts of terms. So the best thing to do, go back and watch your video on piggyback SEO. It's the same thing. You're going to want to be high on these other pages that are landing pages for whatever the search term is. And this person said, there's one at the bottom here. It's not Google's preference. It's consumer preference, which Google optimizes towards. If someone is searching for best list top, they're expecting to see comparison sites and aggregators, and that's what they'll click. Single brands trying to insert themselves as the best is just white noise, since they're unlikely to actually be offering any true comparisons. So it's an uphill battle. Yes, you can improve relevance through SEO as others have, but ultimately you're just not what consumers are after, and I could not agree more with that. What you can do, go back and watch this video using piggyback SEO to get more leads. I'll link it up right here as well. This explains the whole concept of what you're trying to do when you're faced with this type of situation where you're trying to outrank aggregates, and it's obvious that there's no way that that's going to happen. You're going to want to do that. Being high on these aggregate sites, by the way, seems to have a positive effect on your overall SEO in organic. So this should be part of your SEO strategy. Hope that makes sense. My name's John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here every single day making videos on SEO. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have come on. Really appreciate it. And until next time, peace.